Good evening. I'm starting early tonight. I know it's 9:10. I'm Teddy and you are listening to Night Talk. Well, tonight it's D for Doe Dodge Disclosure. I'll give you a few minutes to come in before I start analyze this mess because I have it scheduled for 9:15. So just give me a moment. Shout out to the mob. All my other bears, I call the grizzlies and the honey bears. Please hit the like on your way in. And I'll be right back. Just give me a moment. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. I see a few of you coming into the bear cave. So, tonight on Analyze This Mess, it's D for Doe Dodge Disclosure. That's right. So, an order came in today into the court. It's on the docket right now. It's number 72. I'm not going to read the full order, but I will just, kind of tell you in my own words, but keep it, keep it pretty much what it is. But tonight's D, again, is for Doe Dodge Disclosure because sometimes silence isn't golden, it's strategic. A nameless figure slipped past the court's order, but just barely. The deadline came, the truth didn't, but what was dodged today might resurface tomorrow. Because when you step into a federal court, anonymity doesn't come wrapped in, let's just call it comfort. It comes tethered to accountability. And tonight, we're peeling back the curtain on what it really means when someone calls themselves a doe and ducks. All right, so let's just get into this, shall we? I am still waiting for the decision to come down as a response after I gave a response to show cause. So John Doe filed a number 63, which was a corrected brief to what the judge ordered. All right. And that was the magistrate judge. And because of certain rules, the district judge, who is the head of this case, Judge Levy, made her ruling tonight or, today, late this afternoon. So let me just tell you in a nutshell, really what it means. So June the 20th, which was just this past Friday, in the order on, what was it, ECF 58, John Doe was ordered to disclose his identity. But that was supposed to be, it was extended, right? Instead, the judge ruled it no longer was needed only because the subpoena was already quashed, by the magistrate judge. So that no longer is required for now. Okay. It was quashed. It was set aside. All right. Doe also filed in this ruling, in her order today, Doe filed that corrected objection. She took note of it. It was late. It was due, remember, on June the 3rd. It came in one day late. So he filed it on June the 4th. The judge took notice, but I'll just say, let it slide this time. All right. He gets to remain anonymous, right? But just for now, because while that part, let me just tell you what the title of this is, okay? So I can make sure. All right. So this order came in. It's order number 72. Again, I'm not going to read all of it. It's an order overruling, in part, non-party John Doe's corrected objection to magistrate judge's order. So there was a part that was overruled in part, and then there was a part that was granted. All right. So Judge Stafford's order, that's the magistrate, on May the 14th, 2025, order requiring Doe to disclose his identity is vacated. That's the word. It's vacated. Doe's objections to Judge Stafford's denial of his request to seal is overruled. All right. So one part granted or vacated, the other part, the objection to sealing his information, is overruled. So for now, he doesn't have to give his identity. All right. So let me just get away from this. I don't want to read all of this. So He gets to stay anonymous. But just for now, I'll say, because that door didn't close. It's at least creaked open for future accountability. What is meant by that? All right. Doe can't file anything more unless he asks for permission to remain anonymous. Okay? She doesn't have to grant it. But no more filings. Mm-hmm. Unless the judge, grants it. I just pause on that for a moment. Okay, I just want to, I'm just laying it out pretty much the way that it is. Okay. So again, going forward, Doe can't file as John Doe again unless he is granted permission. And that permission is not automatic. Okay. What else was in that order? I'll put it in my own words. The court didn't buy his fear of retaliation. John Doe, in his brief in 1963, he said, and again, this is my own words, that the information would be used as retaliation. And I'm just being real careful how I'm stating it. And that I threatened him. Mm-hmm. Rejected. Because no protection order was granted. Just an observation, not a shield. Okay. Doe's earlier filings, again, just my own words, where the ones that were struck, that was ECF 4647, where it was found by the magistrate that he used fake legal citations. Well, the judge made a note of those as well, flagged them. It would go more or less, again, this is my opinion, go to credibility. Mm-hmm. So it's in the back of their minds, all right? Judge Levy made it clear you can't play lawyer and ghost. You want anonymity? I said it already. You've got to ask first. You don't just take it. Okay? The magistrate's order, it wasn't reversed, but it was narrow. So Doe dodged just one arrow, not the whole quiver. The judge was watching. Again, filing under Doe without approval could backfire. Yeah. And I have a question, just kind of been still in the back of my mind. Is Doe really just one person? We don't know. I don't know. We don't know. But if this was strategy, this chessboard, well, then it just got, a little more crowded. But for now, John Doe isn't his his anonymity or his identity for now. That that was just, the motion was granted to quash. So that was already done. So we don't need his identity. At least that's what the judge decided. Okay? Because it was granted. Hmm. Yeah. There's there's more I could say. And it's what it is. Hmm. You can read the order. Mhm. There are rules. And that's how the judge came down. Yeah. Let me, I can go on and I will. I'm just pausing. All right. Cups of Conversation says so basically, he can move along and get out of the way so they can focus on the case at hand. Mhm. Now, we still haven't gotten to, a decision hasn't come down to move the case forward. I mean, if we look at this, one might say, well, it appears that way. But that was just a decision on, you know, John Doe's filing, right? Separate, really, and apart. Okay. Yeah. So basically, yes, he can move along. He he's not he's not essential. How about if I just put it like that? For now. Okay. Because remember when he came, he came because he was a non-party, saying that he came because, you know, he wanted to quash the subpoena. I could say a lot more, but I'm not. But and that was granted. Yeah. He said a whole lot of things that I'm not going to get into. You can just read it for yourself. There were things that, that there was no evidence of, none presented. There were allegations, but for now, yeah, John Doe is, yeah, he did say a lot. He did. Mhm. Again, I'm just going to hold it to that because, you know I'm just going to stick to um, my opinion, observation, but base it on the order and the facts the way I understand it. And how it impacts the case, and or, yeah, how what what the ruling was today, how it impacts myself and the case. Yeah. Mhm. So that's why I say, Doe dodged disclosure for now. I'll just say for now because you, I can't say very much more than that. Yeah, right? It's not me at the bottom says, yes, he said a lot to claim to not know nothing. Uh-huh. So if Doe wants to, you know, he's got to ask for permission. And right now, what does he have to say? He said a lot, so I'm not going to give him anything to say. Oh, he can say maybe. I'm not going to. Yeah, he is. He's just yeah. He's just off to the side somewhere. Yeah, I don't know if he's going to come back or what's going to happen, but I know he can't. You know, he can't just waltz in and file anymore without, permission to stay anonymous. And he'd have to, justify before that would happen. So I don't know what he is going to do. I don't know. I don't know, and I'll say this. Well, let me just. He made several claims in 63 that I don't even know if it's necessary to respond at this point because yeah. Mm, I'll just say for now. Some of the um, accusations and or claims that he made that weren't substantiated. Yeah. Oh, okay. hmm Yeah. Is John watching? Oh, you betcha. For somebody who doesn't watch John, whoever John is. Yeah, John's still watching. Yeah, he probably watching. Yeah, somebody else is watching too, or at least will watch. Mhm. So, yeah. Who is John Doe? We don't know. I don't know. So he's not the focus. I'm giving you the update because that's what came in today. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. I could say more. I'm thinking about some things. Yeah. Yeah. hmm Yeah. So Doe for now can breathe a sigh of relief. He touched. Yeah. Oh, it says, of course, all the does have a front row seat. They never miss a minute of Teddy. They have a doe watch party. Yeah. Yeah. I could cut it off right now. I could. I could. All right. So again, um, the the judge wrote um, in her order that, with regard to the sealing of his contact information, I'll just read that one line or two. Says, Doe may not submit filings under a pseudonym in his case without explicitly seeking permission from the court. Further, Doe has not demonstrated an entitlement to sealing of his contact information or any other filings. And then there's a footnote. Doe's other objections do not hold merit. Doe argues that Judge Stafford incorrectly treated Doe's motion as seeking uh, pseudonymity in ECF number 63, page ID 547, but Judge Stafford correctly ordered Doe to reveal his identity because he filed under a pseudonym without asking permission. So that's why. Right? Court. Additionally, Doe's objection that Judge Stafford's order contained due process concerns because, and on and on. All right. So, for the reasons set forth above, objections, Doe's objections are overruled in part and granted in part. Yeah. The identity, disclosure of identity, that's the part that's vacated. But the objections to um, sealing information, that one is overruled. Mhm. So she required, what is this? Oh, I see a continuation of that last sentence. It went to the next page, but below. Let's see. Additionally, Doe's objection that Judge Stafford's order contained due process concerns because she required disclosure of his identity before the Rule 72A objection deadline is moot because the deadline is no longer at issue. Yeah. Hang on. Yes, you can hit the like if you're in the bushes. It doesn't cost you anything. Just, um, little energy. Oh, gosh. Hmm. What is this? He better not come back into the court case playing invisible man again. He can try. He has to request. Yeah, he just can't, just file without asking for permission. Yeah, so he has to think twice because maybe if he decides that he wants to interject again on something and he asks for permission, it might not be granted. I don't know what could happen. Mhm. So, yeah. Again, I have to be honest. I don't know if John Doe, I don't know anything about John Doe. I don't know, and I can repeat it, I don't know if he's a separate person than the defendant. I have no idea. They could be one and the same. They could be different. I don't know. John Doe says he's a man. I don't know that either. I don't know. John Doe says he is the owner of the Cash App. I don't know. I don't know. Right now it's his word. That's it. Because he wasn't cross-examined under oath or anything. Yeah. And right now that's a moot point for what it's necessary for at this moment, because one, this case isn't about him. Yeah. That was like more or less getting certain things, just handle. Hmm. Yeah. He's not the central focus. We'll talk about him tonight, but really after tonight, mm, yeah, it might come up again, but I'll just kind of leave it like that for now. For now, I've got to, remain focused. And if that order came down today, we might, we might hear on, from the magistrate on, a decision here really soon, if the case is going to move forward or not. Yeah. So depending on that, I have to wait. I can't say very much more than I'm gonna. Yeah, that's it. Hmm. Hmm. Even if I'm free to make any. I can make references to the order. I can make references to um, his filings. I could do a whole lot of things right now. Hmm. Even, with caution to the ones that were stricken, because the judge even mentioned, you know, the ones that were stricken. Yeah. So I just have to, um, fully understand what I can and can't say right now as it relates to that. So I'm just being cautious, and yeah, yeah. I don't want anyone to twist anything that I'm saying tonight. Mm-mm. I'm gonna give him a chance. Yeah. Wait a minute, FIFA. I see you. Um, it's not me. Says I. Wait a minute. And this is your opinion. Says, I bet Jane and John are the same person. It just depends on how he or she decides to dress for the day. I have no idea. I can say the writings, the briefs, there's a lot of similarity in some of the things that are being said. I mean, for example, John Doe comes, he files first, right? comes right out of the gate, right out of the gate, asking for a protective order. Why? John Doe doesn't know me. I haven't even talked about John Doe. Why is he asking for a protective order? Why? Why does he even think he doesn't know me? So we later learned in the stricken, you know, filing 46 that the two of them, Jane and John, know each other. So is he being influenced? No. Who wrote that? Who even, why? Where did he get that from? Did he just, yeah, based on what? That's all I'll say. Yeah. How do you come out of the gate needing a protective order from someone you don't know? Yeah. That just seems I didn't even know there was a John Doe that was going to come up, right? Yeah. There's a lot that can be said. I could talk about um, just timing. Yeah. Yeah. If you looked at, certain things. Yeah. There's a lot we don't know because things were quashed. Mhm. And that was the judge's order. That's it. I can say something. Okay, what time is it? It's 9:49. Aren't you glad I came on early? I am. Yeah, they waiting. I see Joanne. Yeah. Anything else? I one thought I did have, but I uh, said, well, I don't know if I want to read this tonight or not, or get back into it. Um, but my videos are still up. And what I said is out there. What I said about John, it's there. Yeah. You know what I've said about the case so far? It's there. None of that was removed. Even the Cash App guide, that's all there. hmm I just don't remember making any threat. There's just something about that. I don't remember that. But it's all there. Yeah. So that word and other words and other phrases kind of mirror. Not really kind of. I mean, there's certain things that were said that have been said that are part of the record that are mirror. Jane Doe and John Doe are saying quite the same things, for certain things. hmm Yeah. So, kind of like a pattern. So again, whether they're one and the same, I don't know. Whether they Yeah, I don't believe everything that has been said. I don't, because one of the reasons is the person that I talked about, the defendant, their history is long, and they have said that they will lie to win, that nothing is off the table. That's not defamation. I have recordings. Whatever it takes to win, they will do it. Yeah. So why should I believe any of this? I don't. But I have to accept what, um, you know, certain things I accept. Yeah. Yeah. I can't dispute that. If an order is an order, that's what it is. It doesn't, you know, it, I'll just say it doesn't um, change how I might think, because I just simply don't know. I mean, I'm operating from, you know, I've got two entities. I think two, maybe one. I don't know. But they're anonymous. So why would I believe? I don't believe. I don't know. Oh, I definitely don't believe the defendant at all. No, at all. As a matter of fact, I heard something today, separate and apart, out of the defendant's mouth related to, someone else. Said, why would you believe an op? Mm-hmm. They're an op. You can't. No, it was, why would you trust an op? Why would you trust? I don't. Now, some other people might have learned the hard way. And I've learned some of, things the hard way too over the years. But I don't trust at all. Nothing. Nothing that she says. Nothing. No. Mm-mm. I don't see any receipts. I don't know this person. They're anonymous. There's technology out there. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But I do know what I've heard them say. That part, I've seen enough, history to know they're not to be trusted. All they want to do is win. So I don't trust anything they say. Nothing. Yeah, that's not defamation. I'm just telling you how that's my opinion. They cannot be trusted, in my opinion. There is no truth at all. None. It's a facade, in my opinion. Yeah. Then you hear my dog. I don't know why. Could be someone outside. Yeah. Hang on for just a second. Let me see what's going on. All right, so it's like really hot today. Yeah. So why did I say that? Because my little dog, he just wants to be down here. So as long as he's quiet, keep it quiet over there. Um, yeah. So I'm back. New comments at the bottom. Let's see. What is this? You know, I haven't really commented on that, but I did learn that again, I don't know all the background. I made a comment on a video the other night. When AT2 was on the panel, and yeah, that's really been the extent of it. Um, I some of these people I don't even know who they're talking about. You know, I just don't. I I don't know enough, but um, I do know my opinion when I heard, um, someone says, "Okay, you do this first, and I'll do that." It's like, no way. They weren't gonna do that, and then later to learn, it's just them admitting they had no plans to do it. No, I mean, it's like we heard that all before. You know, I first experienced it. You know, well, I'll remove the strike if you do X, Y, and Z. Are you kidding? Never, ever believe if that person puts a strike on you and you have an exchange like they're going to remove they're not going to. I wouldn't trust them at all. That wouldn't even be a communication. That's a setup. So they can just laugh. They're not going to remove the strike. No, at all. So that I knew. It's like, oh, I hope I don't fall for that, because look what happened. Yes, it's beyond beyond. It's so their MO. Yeah, because again, I'm not familiar with some of this, but people, they must not know, didn't know her history, or I don't know. I could say I could say some things, but I just don't know. Yeah. And I don't know what they did on the ones, both sides. I really don't know. But yeah, this is, yeah, this is what they do. Mhm. As far as the, whole mechanism, if they disagree or whatever the case, I don't know. But if they want an individual removed from this platform, they will do whatever they need to do to make it happen. It's just a matter of the will to fight back, to fight for your channels. Some people will, some people won't do it. Some people just like, yeah. And everybody's different. Yeah. Everybody is really different. Everybody can see that. Mhm. And she's got a lot of people fooled. She didn't have me fooled. Mm-mm. Not at all. Not at all. Mm-mm. So, however, people are operating with different folks, I don't know. It's case by case. Yeah. I have my opinion. They have theirs. Yeah. And I know what's been done to me. And I know some things that have been said that are undeniable. Hmm. Yeah. And so people don't see all of that. They see what she wants them to see. Mhm. Yeah. So, whatever. It's um it's a sad state of affairs just, on this platform in general, where we've gotten to, um, with all of it. I'll just say with all of it, all the content creators, everybody, how we view one another, how we interact with one another. Yeah, yeah. Um, if she decides to come back, she might as well. Let me just throw this up. I would never bow to Baal. I don't know everything she's said or done, but after that, how, why? Why grovel? No. She'll just trample over her again. So why? Why? This person has said they are ruthless. They've said that. Hmm. Yeah. So right now, there's this person or that person or this alias or that person or persona. We've talked about that before. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Because if they were strong enough, I'm talking about D for Danielle. She says she can be accountable. No, she can't. Not in my case. Because if she could be accountable, she wouldn't mind people hearing the truth. She wouldn't want to silence it. She wouldn't run away from it. She wouldn't strike my videos that tell the truth of her saying things and doing things. Why? That's not being accountable. That's running from the truth. So maybe she's said she's accountable for other things. She's never been accountable. Not over here. So I don't buy that. Not at all. From what little I've heard, that she's playing to her audience who believe that they don't know. Mm-mm. And some of these people are brutal. Brutal. They are brutal. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's not making stuff up. Yeah. Um, I have said that. Yeah, yeah. I can see some things that are being said. Yeah. I've talked about mm, they, get pleasure out of the pain that others experience. Mhm. That's not normal. And they really take pleasure in it. Mhm. I mean, real pleasure. Yeah, that's not normal. Yeah, yeah. You cannot convince me. Mm-mm. Cannot convince me at all. In the humanity of it, please. Someone's just patronizing people right in their face. It's not. No. That's all I'll say on that. Yeah. But I don't know everything, so I'll just leave it like that. Yeah. All right. I think I can leave it really at that. It's 10:10. I've been on now for an hour. I could say more, but I think I'll just leave it like that. You can email me at unwinewithteddy@gmail.com. Join me sometime tomorrow when I come back. Um, yeah, it's day by day. That's all we can do. I can wait. That's it. Yeah. Okay. Biggest bear hugs go out to all the grizzlies and the honey bears. Please hit the like on your way out. Um, I'm well aware of everything that I see right now. Yeah, baby Juju says great live. Good night, Teddy. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, it's 10:11. That's it. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm Teddy. Have a good night.
Oh, she's fun, unapologetic and wild. Oh, she's loud in bed or nuts, always crazy about guys. 사람들은 모두 그녀를 몰라, and that is fine. She doesn't mind. Get to know her, babe, then you can hate. Her dress is tight, fits just right. She's so fierce with her style. She talks that talk and walks that walk in her high heels with pride. 손가락질 받는 게 익숙한 girl, hip sweetheart after all. She's got a sweet, sweetheart after all. 급사랑에 푹 빠져버린 것 같아. Hang on, honey, there's more. I love you, but I love me more. Oh, that's what she said once. Oh, she's reckless, 어디로 튈지 몰라. 사랑하는 그녀가 모습만 봐, and that's fine. She doesn't mind. Get to know her, babe, then you can can't help it but fall in love. The moment she makes you can't help it but fall in love. The moment she makes you can't help it but fall in love. The moment she makes you can't help it but fall in love. The moment she makes you shine. Samantha, Samantha, 내가 정말 원하는 건 Samantha, Samantha, just to be loved, 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 that is all, is all. 사실은 다시 다칠까봐 두려워. 사랑한다고 말하긴 참 어려워. Samantha, Samantha, she's got a sweet, sweet heart after all. Can't help it but fall in love. Can't help it but fall in love. Can't help it but fall in love. 눈물마저 사랑스러워. 사실은 다시 다칠까봐 두려워. 사랑이라면 다친데도 괜찮아.